Good everyone, Organised Video, and today we have a request by combo request by Tanker4U1234 again, because that's all he ever gives me now. And today we have the M1441 and what would be the CR.32 Bis if I had it. But instead, I have the G.50 AS Series 7 because I've never actually flown this plane on the channel, so I thought I'll drag it out. So the M1441 is a tank that I did a video on when I first started, and it's okay. I mean, I've certainly had better tanks, but it's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad tank. And at the moment, it sits at battle rating 1.7, which I think is a little harsh. 1.7 isn't really warranted given this thing's minimal upgrades. And by minimal, I mean two major differences over the M1340 and comparing them to this. The M1441 changes it by upgrading the engine to 160 horsepower, and also the driver's port has had a upgrade as well, which no one shoots. It's 50mm thick. Now, anyone logical would just shoot around that and hit the 30mm plate, which they addressed in the M1542 model. But is it going to make a big difference? Probably not. Because let's be real, if we take a hit to the front, we're probably dead or it gets eaten by the gearbox. But this is a good tank, and well, I wouldn't really want to have a CR.32 Bis anyway, because it's a biplane with no CAS potential, which it had IRL, but doesn't have in-game. And obviously, due to me not owning the CR.32 Bis, I decided to go with a plane that I've never really used all that much. That being the G.50 or the G.50 AS Series 7. This one can carry some small bombs, and being rather maneuverable and just overall nice to fly, I thought why the hell not. I do actually have the German variant of this aircraft, which was removed a couple of years back, as well as the German 202 and the German SM79s, as well as the German C200s and the CR.42, which gives you an idea of how long I've been playing this game. So yeah, we've got a good combo here. I went with a G.50 because we've already had the Italian Stuka, and that tends to get a little boring. And I've already done a video on the BR20, so I thought, well, the BR20M at least. So I thought I'll go with something that I've never really done before. As you can tell as well, this is not the first time you will be seeing this tank. There will be a Talisman series video done on this tank at some point, but obviously we're going to get through, well, in terms of Talisman series tanks, at the moment we're up to Britain. We've just started the Tetrarch, and well, we've still got to get through Britain, Japan, and China yet. So it will be a bit until you see this tank again, unless someone else requests it for a combo, which would not be surprising. So let's get into it. Now, of course, this tank is, well, it's on one of my better crews, but at the same time, the 47 does start to get a little long in the tooth as you go up in BR. With 55mm of penetration, it's not great at 1.7, and having no APCR rounds or anything, it's going to be a struggle to head up to if we get one. But we'll give it a shot. But anyway, I'll see you all in the first match. And in typical fashion, 5 seconds after I say that, we get our first match, and this seems to be a running gag. Well, I say seems, it's every time I've done that, so I definitely think Gaijin might have like a pigeon camera or something, and they like with a microphone, and they listen to me or something. I won't be surprised if I pick that bloody tree is outside my window. Now, you may have noticed in the hangar, I've actually got the tank in the grey camouflage. This is because some people think that it will be an M1340 Series 1 and have a 7-second reload on average. So this is purely to confuse the enemy. Well, hopefully. Okay, let's get a move on. Now we're going to be making our way up to a spot to overlook the area. And looks like we're at a full up tier anyway. So this won't exactly be the best match, I don't think. because it's a full up tier, and this tank doesn't tend to do very well in a full up tier, so we'll just have to see. And there goes a Stuart. We've got a good gun depression though, with a good turret front armor. We should be at least okay to actually do something. No, I couldn't get a shot on those guys. Two Stuarts racing out the cab there, or the spawn. Oh, hello, Cheeky. He actually has a better gun than us. That's the thing though, I really don't get why this tank sits at 1.7 when it's not really different compared to a regular M1340. I don't know why this is the case, but there really is no warrantable difference between this and a normal tank. There we go. Killed him on one. I just put that in above the gun shield. We just lost a teammate down there to a light tank. Aha, there's something. That's the British Stuart. There we go. Like I said, we're not really going to be doing too much in this tank in a full up tier. We're going to be playing it very carefully, which is why I'm set up here. He's coming up there. I just saw him. Potentially drop some RD on him. Soften him up. Yeah, we can. We'll go for this guy instead. So we've got some Stuarts racing around. Fuck it, let's get on the move. These damn M5 Stuarts. Look at the enemy, look at the minimap, guys. Jesus, look at all that. Heavy tanks, like, we're getting the fuck out of here. Let's go. We're booking. I'm not staying around here. Not a chance. So there's not really a lot of directions we can take. We can take the back road and try and flank and maybe get up onto the mountains to get a drop shot on them. But other than that, we're kind of buggered here. So we're gonna have to try and utilize this thing's better mobility. And look, B1 this really is kicking puppies. I mean, look at that. So we're just gonna try and flank them. It's probably not gonna work out, but we'll try anyway. Okay. Don't get spotted. Don't get spotted. There's got to be a way to sneak up behind them. It's gonna take a while to get there though. But I think there's a cut through on the right. Yes, there is. We'll use that route and flank around. Like I said, the mobility on the M1441 isn't too bad. It's just nowhere near as good as what it could be. And as you can tell, when you go up a hill, this thing really drags its heels. Come on, up you go. And look, now they're pushing into the spawn, so we've just basically wasted our time. But I can hear something firing to the left. You can see how hard it is though to play a full up tier when you're playing an Italian tank of this caliber. Oh, there you are. Engine. Turret shot. And there should be a corner. There we go. Stuarts have really odd welding, so that's what I wanted to utilise. I'm gonna have to jump into plane very soon because this team is practically dead. That's putting that lightly. Come on, you slow piece of shit. Jesus. I had a scooter when I was like 6, that's faster than this bloody thing. Target undamaged. There appears to be a vehicle coming from the left. Cut over this hill here and see if we can clean up this tank down here. Come on. Careful, careful. I get the bad feeling. Yep, here comes one. Stop here. After we get this guy, we'll jump in the plane. Yep, was dead anyway. We took a turret shot there from a half track. Yep, this is not going well, as you can imagine, but we'll jump in the plane and see what we can do. Because, well, there's really not a lot we can do on the ground. And that's putting that lightly. I mean, look at this. I mean, they've got air support, they've got buffaloes, they've got everything but the kitchen sink up. And yep, we've got a spawn camper and a buffalo. That's what you get, you little bastard. Don't you spawn camp. And clearly, I'm better at head-ons than you. I don't know what else is around, but it looks like a hurricane. Yep, I've got a hurricane on my arse. There's nothing I can do here. This team is dead. And there goes my engine. And this, unfortunately, is what happens when an Axis tank at 1.7 gets up-tiered. And there we go. What can you do against that? Okay, do we have a backup? See, look at that. It's just pure SEAL Club. We'll take another tank. I mean, we might as well. There's really not a lot we can do right now. That's a Valentine. We ain't cracking that son of a bitch. So we only took out the coax machine gun. This is how ridiculous it is to actually play at this BR. And there we go, even a Fury's bagging targets. What was that? I'm gonna have to ignore it, unfortunately. Yeah, we can't do anything. This team is completely gone. Whoa, what was that? What was that? I have to get rid of this tree because I can't see shit. What the hell was that? This was over so quick, it's not even funny. We'll go for an arty strike. Yeah, Crusaders. Just completely kicked the teeth into that poor guy. Yep, there is absolutely nothing I can do. Yep, and I even took a penetrating hit from somewhere. Well, I'm afraid that is what you're gonna get at this sort of tier. And given the fact that I keep getting I seem to experience a lot of up tiers lately, that's the best you're probably gonna get out of both the tank and the plane. Especially when half their bloody air force is in the air. Unfortunately, whilst the combo has potential in its own tier, at 2.7, yeah, no. You're cannon fodder. And that's the main issue with this tank, and that's really what sets it back, is that it's cannon fodder in an up tier. If you put it at 1.3, even if it gets up tiered, it's not going to fight something that it can't kill. What's it going to do against a Valentine? Short answer, not a whole lot. So good luck with that. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the M1441 and the minor appearance of the G.50, because blame the sheer amount of fucking CAS they had. And well, hopefully the next combo I get might actually be a good one, because this one was torture. And well, I'll see you all on the next one.